the whole way through this, you've been dealing with people who were, stealing. And as far as you thought, they were above the law. Because you could tell they were above the law because there was no accountability being had. Like, even when you spoke out about it, you had to just go within and heal and call up to the higher realms. Because what's been happening to you is just so unfair. So unfair. It's ridiculous. And, yeah, there we go. There we go. Like, it just war against you by people with King of Pentacles standing. Like, they didn't need to do this to you. They didn't need to break your heart over and over, but the fact that they did break your heart over and over brought out. See that lady holding her cup? That's the Queen of Cups. She's holding that cup like she earned that cup. And you know what? The best thing about you is your heart's only broken to expand, whereas that was not the expectation. The expectation was to have you in drama, caught up your whole life. But look at you, waiting for your ships to come in, and it's got nothing to do with all of this, okay? All the magical work that went on behind your back, because you're getting justice for that, and it's a tower to the people who did it. But having people, like, I'm talking gang stalking, so your phone's getting all sorts of mess happening to it. You've got people coming up to you or orchestrating things where you've barely escaped with your life. And the only reason you have escaped with your life is because of God. Who else but God? You knew where to go. You knew which street to turn down. You saw an unsavory type walking in the same direction that you were meant to be walking, but only after you'd already veered off. So you didn't meet them in that dark alley or that empty playground. Like, black and white. And look at who you're getting guarded and guided by. I'm hearing Archangel Michael. I'm hearing deities of the light and the dark. Through this, you've been able to find your light and your darkness. But a main point I want to point out is these people, like, they've been doing a balancing act, and there's only so many people who will turn a blind eye, but these people seem to think that their powers were endless, to the point where I'm hearing you wanted to get a blood test and it was like laughable, like, because you weren't happy with what you'd gotten. And also just the manipulation of everything across the board. There were medical tests done on a particular illness that you'd had. There was a medical test that used to happen every 2 years. As soon as you got cleared of it, they've decided to start every 5 years. Like, they were just fucking you at every turn in any way that they could to make sure that you were destroyed. And there was no generosity being shown. You are offering generosity in going public with this. A stick. Yeah, because it's time for you to get on your bike and just pull those swords out of your heart, because the only people who will be heartbroken now, and see, this is the message coming through, are the people who thought they had the strength to make sure that never happened for you. Why? What is it about you? What did they need to gang up on you for? Too focused on the past, went the wrong ways, sad about love, not seeing new love. It's water under the bridge. To you, all of this is water under the bridge, but these people are going to have to, like, there can't be so much corruption. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be, for every corrupt person, there's a non-corrupt person. And the corrupt people, their towers are going to have to fall, because you can't go through destroying innocent young people's lives and just being like, yeah, this is what we're doing. Like, it's the end of that. The wish fulfillment. Like, these humiliation rituals and stuff, like people laughing, ha 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 ha, we've destroyed an innocent person. We've destroyed somebody. Hi. Yeah. Mental hospitals are going to start to be filled with these people. And the devil's going to make sure of it. Because you know one thing the devil's got to do? He's got to keep the balance. Okay? And so if, when all of this is looked at, the higher realms look down and the lower realms, all of the realms look in on it and go, the balance is off. Okay, so universal laws have been broken. Yes, they have. Well, they're going to need to be fixed up now. And justice will be yours. And you're a king of cups. You've got a huge heart. Every time you got stabbed in it, it just got bigger. And that's what happens with hearts. They break to expand. So don't give up. Don't, and if you're right in the midst of this at the moment, don't give up. Keep going. Why? Because working hard will bring you your wheel of fortune. And I can attest to it. And I can say yes. Whilst it might feel like all the structures and everything are against you, keep speaking your truth, keep showing up, and it'll lead to this. And it doesn't matter if you think anybody can see you or anybody can't. If you're posting it on your social media site, like, say I get no likes on my Facebook or anything like that, but I put all the information up on my Facebook while all of this was happening to me, and also put messages that I was getting given as well. Look at that sunshine. Look at that sunshine, the light shining through. I put all of it up on my Facebook. It doesn't matter who's high priestess. It doesn't matter who you think's looking. What you'd be very surprised about is the manipulation that goes on those websites. Like, what made it really obvious to me was I had a post that I had like 150 likes on it. Why would I remember that? Because I was like, oh, I had 150 likes on that one and I was happy about it. But then when it came back, it didn't have 150 likes on it. It's like everybody had taken their like off. That's not going to happen. 150 people aren't going to suddenly go, oh, I don't like that post anymore. You know, it became evident that there's manipulation going on our social media. So I looked into it further, and we don't actually own our social media accounts. It's actually owned by Facebook. And I noticed that there was GetPhilo and Creative AI had been authorized to use my account, which I never had done. So I took photographs of it and got them active, and then I deleted them and revoked access, and then went to take another photograph of them and took a photograph of them no longer being active in my account. And then when I went back, they disappeared, like they'd been taken off. So it was like to try to get rid of the evidence, but I've already got the evidence. Here it is. And I just think other people who are getting 0 views, 0 likes, no exposure, it is being viewed by the people who need to see it, and people will be held accountable. So just keep going. Might feel like a bit of a balancing act right now, but lead from that, and don't feel ashamed for having it. And while all this collaboration's going on in the background, know that not all of it is against you. There are people working to bring you justice, and ironically, even the devil has to, and that's causing some drama in the camps that were against you.